For generations, Maine's coast has fed its people. Lobster pulled from cold, wild waters, oysters shucked just steps from the shore. If you're coming to Maine, you're definitely getting lobster. You're getting the lobster rolls, you're getting the lobster bake, you're getting all the lobster. But keep going. There's so much more happening. There's this very, very wild feeling that you get eating here. We're gonna eat all of it, so I probably need to pull up the line and do harvest things before I eat half of it. I've come here to breathe the salty air and see how the flavors of this place reflect the people who live here. I can't tell if this is gonna be desserty sweet. Not at all what I was expecting. Because while lobster might be the headline, Maine's food story runs so much deeper. The recipe for a great meal takes more than just cooking. It's about people, passion, history, and adventure, in the kitchen and out. I'm Chef Biju Thomas. I've been an athlete, author, and a lifelong lover of food. This is amazing. Just make really delicious food, simple, and it works. I've learned that the best meals can take you down the road less eaten. You can't come to Maine without spending time on the coast. It's what's influenced the food, the culture, and the rhythm of life here. Just a short drive north from the state's largest city, Portland, places like Freeport offer a glimpse into that salty heritage. Set along Casco Bay, Freeport was shaped by shipbuilding, shoemaking, and one legendary boot. Just offshore, something delicious is growing beneath the waves. Oysters, sure, but there's another harvest here catching people's attention.
Hey,
Ken, how are you, bud? I'm Bijou.
Ken Sparta. Nice
So
to meet you.
great to meet you. Thanks for
Welcome to
having me. I was expecting a ginormous kelp farm on the boat.
Yeah? Well, this little boat will hold 10,000 pounds of kelp, so.
Oh my God.
So we'll probably be okay.
I hope we catch 10,000 pounds of kelp today. To get to go out on the boat with Ken, who is pretty much your image of a guy who works the sea for a living, that is Ken. He looks like the most capable, strong guy you've ever met in your life, who can deal with anything. We get to go out there, and it's just open water. Ken runs Spartan Sea Farms and the Freeport Oyster Bar. Alongside oysters, Ken is harvesting kelp.
On the coast of Maine right now, people are primarily farming sugar kelp, skinny kelp, and winged kelp, Alaria.
Those are different
varietals.
varietals.
They're different varieties.
Once a staple in the diet of indigenous coastal communities here in Maine, kelp is now in the midst of a revival. Fast-growing, nutrient-rich, and gentle on the ocean, it's being rediscovered as both a sustainable crop and a surprisingly versatile ingredient. So this is it, huh?
Yep, this
This is the whole farm right here.
So if we grab one of these guys.
Dang, look at that.
So I'm gonna just pull this back towards the back of the boat here.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, hoist.
The color is absolutely gorgeous, like this golden, beautiful, luminescent thing going on. I thought it was gonna be dark green and murky looking, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Hot blonde, just a name suggestion, just putting that out there.
I like it.
Hot blonde kelp, there you go. When is your growing season here for this?
So we plant in the fall. We basically plan that around when the water temperature drops below 50 degrees.
Oh, okay.
And it's so that other things don't compete with the kelp and don't grow on the kelp. And then we try to take it out of the water before the water temperature gets above 50.
So we're coming up on the tail end of that right now.
Exactly.
Where it's time to harvest all of this, pull up 100,000 pounds.
Yep, we harvested a little over 50,000.
Did you really?
Can I eat a piece?
Please do.
Cheers.
Stuff it. It's tasty.
What?
What do you think? Pretty good, right?
It's delicious. It's just salty enough. You could just eat it like this.
And we do. I mean, when people are out harvesting on the boat, if you look around at everybody else, it's like everybody's chewing their cud as they're working.
This with a little hot sauce, because it has a little bit of crunch, that saltiness, a little brininess, but it doesn't taste oceany.
When seaweeds decompose on the beach, it's smelly.
Yeah,
but when
yeah.
it's fresh like this, it is actually a very refreshing, light, bright flavor.
It's delicious. And the kelp itself is just feeding off of whatever's floating around in the water, right? It's pulling nutrients it needs?
Yep, so it's taking nitrogen and carbon out of the water. So it's actually lowering ocean acidification, so it's doing its job to make everything a little bit better out here, and it's making food for us.
This looks like very physical work that involves a lot of love of what you're doing too, because this is not a It's not an easy gig.
It's not an easy gig, but
Yeah.
it's best office in the world.
Hey, yeah, that's pretty good. You do have a pretty nice looking
Right?
office. It's a pretty good, great corner view, as it were.
Yeah. And I'm raising food for my friends, for the people in my town, for people around the country. And at the same time, while I'm doing that, I'm making this ocean a better place. To me, it just makes
You
me
got the
overcome.
feels.
Yeah,
You got that look in your face.
Yeah, I just.
You guys, you gotta stop filming. Come try this. Tori, come have you some. Ken's work doesn't end on the water. Back in town, it's just getting started. At the Freeport Oyster Bar, tucked inside a restored carriage house, he brings the harvest full circle. It's where sea and kitchen meet. Here, they grill up tacos and burgers where kelp isn't a garnish, it's the main event.
Awesome. Check this out.
What we got?
You had kelp on the water.
Kelp on the water.
Here's what we do with the kelp.
Look at this. That is a cheeseburger. Huh?
Right, for all effective purposes.
Cheers. That is wonderful. Like the bite, the texture, and there's no secret sauce on here, right? I didn't see anything dripping off. There was
Nope.
so all the deliciousness is in the burger.
Absolutely.
I got it.
I am very happy to eat this instead of just a regular burger. And I'm not
You look
against-
like a guy who's had some burgers.
I've had some
Yeah.
burgers. I've been the demise of many a cow, but this stuff is delightful.
If somebody didn't tell me that I was not eating meat, I would not have,
Wait till you try drinking kelp.
What? That's an option too?
Oh, you were gonna drink kelp.
I'm gonna
today.
drink kelp.
Yeah.
Just when I thought I'd seen kelp in every possible form, yep, there's vodka. Made from sustainably harvested sugar kelp, is distilled in small batches and rested on the harbor right here on the Maine coast.
So here you go. This is what we do, right? Oysters
Oysters.
and kelp.
Cheers.
Little Bloody Mary shot. You ready?
Cheers. Whoa. There's so much happening there. There's so much happened right there. One, the oyster was surprisingly sweet.
Yeah,
I did not.
It has an amazingly sweet finish. You start out with that blast of salt water,
Yeah.
very briny, meaty taste, and then all oysters finish it a little bit differently depending on where they're from.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why we opened up this place is we have this growing industry in our town of aquaculture. There's not just my oyster farm, there's 20 oyster farms in Freeport.
Wow.
And the lucky few find this beautiful oasis in the middle of town and get to have this.
Speaking of oasis, on Maine's mid-coast, where the mountains meet the sea, you'll find Camden. It's a small town with a big sense of place. Once a 19th century shipbuilding hub, it grew up around a protected harbor that's long drawn in sailors, artists, and travelers. These days, Camden is a launch point for wild trails, working farms, and a food scene that's deeply rooted in tradition, but never afraid to surprise you. And come late summer, the hills and fields around here shift to a deep, brilliant blue. Jeremy,
Biju,
how are you, man? It's so good to see you.
thanks for coming.
Thanks for showing me around today. What an incredible place you've got here.
Yeah, it's our family wild blueberry farm.
Wild blueberries aren't the big, plump berries you find at the grocery store. They're smaller, bursting with bright, complex flavor, and completely unique to this part of the world. For thousands of years, they've grown wild across the glacial soils of Maine. Jeremy Howard's family has been part of that history since the 1700s. His family has farmed wild Maine blueberries for 9 generations. That's right, 9. Today, Jeremy is keeping that legacy alive, but he's also finding new ways to let these tiny, powerful berries speak for themselves. Jeremy, you've been telling me that you got 1,000-ish acres of blueberries here. I don't see blueberries. I don't see rows and rows of plants. Where are the blueberries?
We're actually walking right on top of them right now.
Get out.
All of these blueberries have always been here for 10,000 years. When the glaciers receded, they pushed away all the fertile soil, and the only thing that liked that acidic, ledgy ecosystem were blueberries. The state of Maine sells the most blueberries of any state in the country, wild blueberries.
If Jeremy's an expert on blueberries, his dad, Ron, probably wrote the manual. Like any good family farm, there's always work to be done, and more often than not, you'll find Ron out there in a sea of blue getting it done.
As you look out across the field, you're going to see different shades of greens, a little bit of red. Every one of those different shades is a different wild blueberry plant.
Oh, wow.
And every single one of those wild blueberry plants is genetically different from the one beside it.
Oh, really? So the plants are doing this genetic modification all on their own as they're growing and continuing to thrive. They don't need anybody else messing with them.
No, and that's what shocks everybody when they come here. When we look at a big field and I say that a human has never planted one of these wild blueberry plants. That's why they're wild. We've taken out rocks and trees and bushes and the blueberries have expanded. So we've helped them. We've been stewards of them, but they've grown and come here on their own.
What's a first bite like when you just walk out here on the first day of harvest? What is that like?
The blueberry is 85–90% water and juice. And when that pops on your tongue, it's just such a good, refreshing flavor.
Nice. You talking about crushed up, sweet, tart, fermented blueberries is making me really, really thirsty for a sample of whatever you've got going in the distillery. We've all had the local fruit turned into jam. I thought for sure, okay, we're gonna have a lot of blueberry jam, blueberry syrup. The thing I did not expect was blueberry gin, blueberry vodka, blueberry brandy. Just on the other side of the farm, Jeremy's turning his family's wild blueberries into small batch spirits. It started with 100% wild blueberry brandy and now includes a lineup of unique creations. So you're just putting a bunch of fresh fruit in here and that just magically turns into, that's what I'm guessing. There's a lot of magic involved.
I wish that would have happened. But yeah, we ferment and then take that fermented blueberry mash, which is a wine at that point, and we'll put the blueberry wine into here, into the still. So that's what we're distilling. We're trying to extract those alcohol
and
vapors.
Getting that up through the system, either way.
Yeah.
It might look like mad science, but what he's crafting is nothing short of magic.
So this is our blueberry eau de vie, the first product that we ever made. Nothing but blueberries, wild blueberries, fermented.
It's perfectly clear.
Yeah.
There's not a hint of blueberry. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me. Is there a technique? That is the technique.
The technique is to drink it.
It has that slight kind of grappa type taste where it tastes like booze, it tastes like spirit. It does have sweetness.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yep. Afterwards it tastes sweet and it has that brandy warmth to it.
Yeah, I didn't expect that from what looks like vodka, from a clear spirit. It has warmth, it has a little bit of body to it, it's got a little creaminess to it.
Yeah.
That's really lovely.
Yeah, that's really unique.
I can see how this would be a problem first thing in the morning. After a brandy tasting, most people would call it a day. But as they say, when in Maine, Jeremy suggests I meet up with his friend and business partner Andrew for a trail run. Because apparently here we hydrate with distilled fruit, then go run up a mountain. Andrew helped Jeremy establish the distillery, and back on the Camden waterfront, they've even launched their own restaurant, Blueberries, where their shared passion for Maine's ingredients comes to life. Here, they serve up some seafood classics alongside their full lineup of blueberry spirits. And as much as the food here has a world-class reputation, so too do the trails that are just steps away from the water. Did you live in Africa for a while? Were you running out there too?
I did. I lived in Botswana, completely flat, so that was much easier running.
Yeah, so then you come out here, this is just lush green woods, forest. What do you think? What do you love about this?
I mean, running around here is amazing because you pop out and you've got amazing views of the water and the ocean. But Maine's just like, it's so full of amazing places to go.
I've been hearing about it, so let's go do this. Go easy on me, huh?
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best to keep up. All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay. Andrew, this is incredible back here.
It's so nice, isn't it?
I can't believe we're this close to town.
I know. You literally just don't know it's there.
Oh my God, it's getting steeper. How is this possible? Good Lord. They keep putting steeper rocks. I can't believe this keeps going like this. Wait up, dude. Don't stop till you get enough. Good Lord. Holy Lord, look at this, dude. Is that the ocean?
That is the ocean.
I thought it was there this whole time. I thought we were running that way. This is unbelievable. You can see a restaurant where it sits, right?
Yep, you can see the whole town.
Yeah, the whole town's right there. This is amazing. To live in a place like this, huh?
Lucky.
Pretty damn
Lucky.
cool. In Maine, life has always been shaped by the land, the sea, and the people who make a living from both. That spirit of resilience runs deep, and today it's fueling a creative revival. South of Portland, along the Saco River, the town of Biddeford is leading the way. In the 1900s, its towering brick mills powered a booming textile industry, producing millions of yards of cloth and thread. But by the 1960s, the looms fell silent and the once bustling mills sat empty. But today, those same buildings are buzzing again, this time with bakeries, studios, and restaurants. A new generation of chefs and artisans is shaping Biddeford's next chapter, and you feel it the moment you walk into places like Fish and Whistle, where the seats fill up fast. I'm meeting up with husband and wife team Jason Eckerson and Kate Ham. Together, they're combining their love of John Prine music with some great seafood classics. Looks like you bought an extra set of hands. Who's that?
Yeah, first day at work. This is Laurel.
First day of work?
Yeah.
You know, I could smell the deliciousness walking up the street. Then I see the line of people getting in. I knew we're heading to the right place. Don't be fooled by the small kitchen and the very young sous chef. Jason and Kate could each stand on their own when it comes to food accolades. And together, they've been selected as semifinalists for a James Beard Award in the Emerging Chef category. Here, their main event is fish and chips. But unlike conventional beer and tempura batters, Jason uses salt, flour, water, and yeast to serve up a perfectly golden, crisp outer layer. Combine that with some seriously original sandwiches like their Squidwich, made of Maine squid, scored and fried, a milk bread bun, marinara, and hot cherry peppers, and you have a seafood lover's dream. What? Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at that. I can't believe the size of this thing. All right, lemon? Yeah, lemon?
That's dealer's choice.
Yeah.
We don't sauce shame here.
Look at this.
Yeah, we do kind of a choose your own adventure here.
Look at that. You gotta eat 2 of these. A little dunking, more dunking. It's gonna be a messy bite. Right away, you can tell that the fish is really, really fresh. This is like really light and fluffy, and the batter works so perfectly, man.
That's the key to everything. Get it fresh, cook it right. It's delicious.
It's wonderful. Is this fish from right over here?
Yep. All our seafood is from the Gulf of Maine.
How old is your baby right now?
She is 8 weeks today.
8 weeks?
Yeah. And it's funny, she's calm here. She spent a lot of time in the restaurant before she was born.
She's at peace with all the noise and what happens in a restaurant. That's gonna be a sturdy baby.
Yeah.
A baby that doesn't get bothered by much.
Yes, sturdy baby.
That is very cool. The restaurant is packed. There's guests everywhere. They're feeding me, they're feeding them, they're feeding the baby. People are so ready to greet everyone warmly and welcome folks in and just take care of them. Now, when you've eaten all this food, you definitely have to get out and get some exercise. There's so many trails here. And in the middle of all this, I have this incredible opportunity to go ride my road bike along the coast. It's absolutely gorgeous. So make space, get some exercise, eat some lobster. That's how you do it. Balance, that's key. For my final stop in Maine, I'm back in Biddeford. There's one place here that people keep telling me not to miss, Magnus on Water. At the helm are Brian Catapang, AKA Cat, and Julia Russell. Together, they've built what's equal parts a neighborhood bar and destination restaurant. Their cocktails aren't just creative, they're world-class. Magnus on Water is one of only 37 bars in the world and just 10 in the US, recognized by the Pinnacle Guide for Excellence in Cocktail Craft. I'm like reading about, hearing about this place so much, I couldn't wait to get here. So what is the one thing I gotta try?
I'd say you have to try the couch surfer. I think it's our bread and butter. It's kind of like our love letter to Magnus and what we do here and a love letter to Maine.
Couch surfer, that sounds like my life, by the way, so absolutely, let's have one.
Absolutely.
What does the name come from?
The name comes from, honestly, I would always go to the beach. I would love to check for, surf all the time when I'd be going. If I got skunked, I started collecting some of the high tide waters, and I was like, let's try to make some sea salt in-house.
Whoa.
Started
Wait, what is that? What does that mean to make sea salt in-house? The ocean's right there.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, but you know, this beach has magical properties that no one tells you about, and that's why I do it here. And I thought that Maine in its season, you're constantly trying to capture these fleeting moments. So like, what if I could bottle that exact feeling and replicate it? And so I started carrying these 5-gallon buckets back into my car, typically high tide when it was like storms coming. So I really liked making salts out of storms. Hurricane Teddy was one of my favorite ones. You know, I took it back here, experimented, cooked it down to basically like a wet sand.
What do we got happening here?
This is the foam itself. So this is using the salt that I make that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
I use fresh pineapple juice, some egg white to stabilize everything. And then in ancho rays, it is a liqueur made with poblano. So a little bit of spice in there just to give it a little more personality, because waves, you know, they can be a little zippy and they can suck you under.
You were so right. You get that like little bit of saltiness. That very oceany smell hits from the chilies, and that's what's there.
Exactly.
Lovely. The creativity here at Magnus on Water doesn't stop at the bar. Step into the kitchen and you'll find Chef Rafael Zimmerman doing something just as unique. Rafi's dishes are rooted in Peruvian comfort food, but he walks a clever line between the familiar and the boldly Peruvian. Take his fresh mackerel tiradito, pisco-cured sashimi layered with ponzu leche, fried banana, and macadamia. He's combining ingredients Maine didn't even know that it needed.
Cat goes and dives for green crabs and brings them back and then takes out all shells and stuff, and we grind all of that up and make different kinds of powders and stuff, and trying to just use the whole thing rather than just bits and pieces. So
I don't hear a hint of a Peruvian accent.
No.
Yeah, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Pennsylvania, but I was adopted to a family down there, and about 10 years.
So where did you learn all this if you were in an adopted family?
My parents were really, they made it part of my sister and I's life. Like, my mom was a terrific cook, so she showed us a bunch of like traditional Peruvian things, and I think that's probably what got me into cooking. I have a picture of her right there.
What do you got there?
This is the huancaína sauce.
Okay.
It's a very traditional dish from Peru.
The beautiful offset between the purple and that gold yellow. So gorgeous. All right, so what do you got here?
These are Peruvian olives. Actually, do you want to try some of these?
Yeah, I do want to try some. I want to try everything. Dude, I just want to put my fingers in the yellow sauce. I definitely want to try this. Okay, Peruvian olives.
Yeah.
So I grew up with pickled green mangoes. This has that sort of a briny, dense deliciousness. It's not just salt. What's that been like for you to bring that to folks here in Maine?
It's been really rewarding. Just being able to like showcase my culture to people in a way that's approachable, but a little bit boundary pushing, you know. I feel more Peruvian than I ever have before, and it makes me feel really good. Here we have the mackerel tiradito.
Whoa.
A little pisco-cured mackerel. We have our acevichada lobster roll with the little chives from our backyard. And this is our roasted cabbage salad with Parmesan, black trumpet powder, and cured egg yolks.
Roasted cabbage.
It's got good weight to it.
Man, look at that. Unbelievable. You got all these layers of like this creamy, not savory, fully not sweet at all, just kind of this beautiful, rich, velvety something going on with these roasted cabbage. Jules, how long have you two been partners here?
We opened 5 years ago, right before the pandemic.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Yeah. But originally, I actually grew up across the river here in Saco. 20 years ago, I can't imagine wanting to spend much time in Biddeford, but you know, back in 2019 when I came back here, it was just like an energy was really forming in this city. It was artistic and young, and we sat down and we talked about like what we wanted to bring into this world and like have this be our living room. We're sitting people down and we're like inviting them to learn and to like enjoy something new and different.
We got a toast.
Yeah, toast.
Thank you. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Jewel.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is wonderful, absolutely incredible. From Peruvian-inspired lobster to kelp tacos and blueberry brandy, every dish felt like a tribute to the land, the water, and the people who call this place home. There's a deep respect here for tradition, for nature, and for doing things with care. Maine gets under your skin. It's not just the food, it's the feeling. And long after that last bite, that feeling stays with you.